Hi, my name is Jeannie Turco or Jeannie Turco Delekalu. I'm just going to give you a quick tip, okay? Multiple intelligence is really a great way for you to be able to learn. The more that you use your multiple intelligences, the more that you're going to be able to retain the information that you need. So, for example, a multiple intelligence is seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, and also doing. So if you have a lesson plan or you're trying to learn something and it's difficult, the thing that you can do is the more senses that you use, the more you're going to be able to retain the information. So what you want to do is try to use as many senses as possible. So for example, if you're reading something and you have the tongue, if you read it out loud, you remember it better because you're reading it, you're speaking it, and you're listening to it at the same time. If at that time you use, let's say, for example, you have something that's, you mix like oranges and you take orange skins and let's say cinnamon sticks and you boil it on your kitchen stove. And while it's boiling, you're smelling that smell, and it smells just like Christmas. It's really great. It will actually help to activate your mind in order for you to be able to remember the information even more. So the more creative you are about the way that you study, the more you are going to be able to learn and retain the information for a longer period of time. So another example would be like if you're learning a secondary language. I was teaching English as a second language in Istanbul and in Turkey, but then I ended up having to learn Turkish because I lived there. So it was really important to learn the language. The cool thing for me was it made me a better teacher because the struggles that I had about learning a second language, which Turkish is not an easy language to learn, and I am fluent, the more that I struggled, the more I understood what my students were going through as they struggled. And it made it easier for me to be able to take the techniques I used with my students to be able to incorporate it into my own learning for Turkish. And you can use a lot of things to be able to help you to learn better. One is listening to tapes at night as you sleep in that second language if you're learning a second language. If it's, let's say, math formulas, you can put the math formulas into a memo on your phone, and then you can listen to it at night. Just plug it in and make it charge, but you can also listen to that memo at night, teaching you the formulas you need to know for your exams, and then when you go in there, you're going to be ready to ace it. You can do that with vocabulary. You can do it, and a lot of your tests have to do with vocabulary as well. So you can learn more vocabulary, you can learn more things, even sometimes like stories, little stories will help you. Narcissist was someone who fell in love with his image that he saw in a pond. When he saw his image, he fell in love. And then when he fell in love, he wouldn't leave because every time he touched the image, it would waver and that person would disappear. They say, according to this, and of course it's a myth, that narcissists ended up dying by that pond and there grew a flower, which is also called narcissus. Now, narcissism means someone who's in love with themselves, somebody that's always primping in the mirror and stuff like that, always taking the look, what's going on, oh, look at me, I look so good, that kind of thing. So that's another way to be able to learn. If you learn your vocabulary with stories, it's great. If you learn your vocabulary, incorporate the new vocabulary into your writing, you're going to be able to remember it more. So all of that, there's so many tricks. I can't go into them all. I tried, but I couldn't upload the video. So I'm going to stop right here. You have a great one. I hope to meet you one day soon, and I look forward to working with you. Bye.